All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I need everybody to make sure you're in your seats. Excellent, excellent. We're going to start with a quick video. So everybody, I need you to look up front, and we're going to start with our video. All right, so that is a video of a bunch of different animals. You'll notice they were all birds that are in what's called the grasslands biome. Does anyone know what the word biome means? Yes, Sam. Okay, I like that answer. I like it. Now, everybody else in the class, let's have a bit of a vote. If you think Sam was right, I want you to give me a big thumbs up. Hold him high. If you think Sam needs a little bit of help, thumbs down, and we'll help him out. Some thumbs up, some thumbs down. I'm seeing kind of mixed responses here. So, let me help you out, Sam. I know biome is a new word. You were really close. A biome is an area on the planet that is special because of its plants, animals, weather, and location. Those four things make it special. So, let me go ahead and pass out a worksheet for you. More of fill-in-the-blank notes, but I'm going to pass it out. I will need everyone to get out a pencil while I pass out these notes. Excellent. Everybody got your notes? Yes, yes. Everyone got theirs? Pencils out? Fantastic. Okay. So, the first thing that we are going to talk about, the first biome we're going to go over is going to be the biome that my favorite animal lives in, the possum. I know, he's not very popular, but I love him. I think he's very cute. So our possum lives in what's called the deciduous forest. And the deciduous forest is home to animals like the possum, and deer, and porcupines. Very prickly. Don't pet the porcupines. So, those are the animals that live there. The plants in the deciduous forest, we have trees, shrubs, ferns, moss, tons of kinds of plants. Very different. The location, deciduous forest is located on the east coast, places like Virginia, of Northern America. So the east coast of North America goes from Virginia down to places like Florida. It's all along that east coast. Let's see, we talked about location, we talked about animals, we talked about plants. We need to talk about the weather. So the weather in the deciduous forest can be hot, it can be cold, and it can be in between. It has all four seasons. So it's hot in the summer, cold in the winter. So make sure you're ready for all the seasons when you live in the deciduous forest. Next, let's talk about something else. Let's go to a different biome. I have an idea. I need you guys to raise your hand and tell me one of your favorite animals. Then I'll get you to come up to the board and we'll see if we can figure out where they live. So raise your hand and tell me one of your favorite animals. Allie, what's your favorite animal? A lion. Come on up. We're going to try and match that to the board. So come on up and point to where you think the lion lives. The grassland. Excellent. So guys, let's talk about it to a vote again. Thumbs up if you think she got it correct. Thumbs down if you think she might need a little bit of help. I see a lot of thumbs up. Allie, you must have been watching a lot of Lion King because yes, the grassland is where the lion lives. Go have a seat and we'll talk about what else lives in the grassland. So in the grasslands, we have lions, there's elephants, there's zebras, lots of big animals because they have a lot of area to grow. Big animals. In the grasslands, our plants are mostly grass. I know, seems self-explanatory, but it's mostly grass. Not a lot of trees, not a lot of bushes because it's very dry in the grasslands. So the grasslands are very dry and pretty hot. Not a lot of cold in the grasslands. You have more rain than some places, but really pretty dry. Not a lot of rain. And the grasslands can be found on every continent except for Antarctica. So they are all over the globe. You have them in North America, South America, Africa, Asia, and Europe. All of our continents except for Antarctica. So let's move on. Who else has a favorite animal? Tim, come on up, man. Tim, what's your favorite animal? A penguin? All right, I can go with a penguin. Show me where you think a penguin lives. Ah, you went for the snow, the tundra. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, that's an easy one. The penguin does live in the tundra. Go ahead and have a seat, man. We'll cover the tundra real quick. So, our tundra. The tundra is home to the penguin, the reindeer, things like polar bears. Again, big animals because lots of room. They have big open spaces. But in the tundra, we're not looking at a lot of plants. You got no trees, but some shrubs, some grass, mold, moss, things like that. Not a lot of big plants, a lot of very small plants. In the tundra, very cold, very, very cold. And very little rain. So almost no rain. Very dry, very cold. Let's see. Oh, location. The tundra is located at the top of the planet. So way up north, think the very tippy top of Canada. And then the very bottom, super down south, like in the Antarctica area. And that is very cold. Those are two very cold locations. Let's hit another one. Let's talk about the desert really quickly. I know a lot of you have favorite animals you want to tell me about. Keep those in your head. We're going to use those later. So our next place that we're going to talk about is the desert. Now, we're going to do a vote really quick. Thumbs up if you think the desert gets a lot of rain, and thumbs down if you think the desert gets very little rain. Ooh, nice. You guys are all correct. The desert gets almost no rain. Usually it's less than 10 inches a year. Not very much at all. So that means our plants in the desert are mainly plants like cactus. Yes, those spiny green things. That's right. Don't touch those. They'll poke you, just like the porcupine. Yes, animals are things like, there's some spiders, scorpions. Ugh, I see some people making faces. I know, very, very spooky animals. But there's also things like the fennec fox, which are small little foxes that have huge ears, really big. They're super cute, and they only come out at night. So that's another thing about the desert. Very hot during the day, usually very cold at night. Another unique thing about the desert is it also can be found all across the globe. There's deserts on every continent, including Antarctica. There's deserts everywhere, mainly because it doesn't have to be a particular area in the world. It's just dependent on the rainfall. So let's see, we've looked at the grasslands, the deciduous forest, the desert, the tundra. Let's talk about, this is a weird word. It's called the taiga. I know, very different. The taiga is kind of like the tundra, really cold, really far up north, but it gets plenty of rain. Unlike the tundra taiga gets a lot of rain. So it rains a lot in the taiga, and it's very, very cold. So rain and cold. In the taiga, it's only going to get as warm in the summer as it is in the winter in Virginia. Only about 50 degrees, so very, very cold. Because it's so cold, there's not a lot of different kinds of plants there. The main plants there are trees, like Christmas trees. They're called evergreens. So it's a lot of trees that look like Christmas trees, but not a lot of bushes or grass or anything like that. The kind of animals that you'll find in the taiga are bears, brown bears, and moose. You guys know moose? They're like deer, but with huge antlers. They're really big. So brown bears, moose, and then you have a whole bunch of squirrels, if you'll believe it. Lots of different squirrels. So we went to our last one. Let's wrap up what we're going to learn about biomes into our next activity. Our last biome is the rainforest. Now, in the rainforest, as you might guess, it gets a lot of rain. The rainforest gets the most rain out of all of these places. So, lots of rain, lots of different plants. There are more plants and more animals in the rainforest than any of these other biomes. It has the most different kinds of plants and animals. Lots of trees, lots of vines, lots of flowers, very colorful. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Animal-wise, we're talking about animals. In the rainforest, you've got different kinds of frogs. You've got sloths, which move very slowly. You've got different kinds of insects, all kinds of different things. You're also looking at orangutans, those big orange monkeys. Yeah, they're there too. Really wild. All right, so those are our different biomes. What we're gonna do is I need everyone to push their desks together in their small groups. So we got one here. Excellent, guys. You guys over there, yeah, I see you moving together. And in the back, do you have enough space? Yes, perfect. All right, so everybody is together in their small groups. Now, while you're in your small groups, I'm gonna explain to you guys our next activity. What we're gonna do is we are going to write a short story. I'll go ahead and turn this off. We don't need our visuals anymore because we're going to look at the whiteboard. So everybody, eyes up here. Excellent. I got everybody's eyes. Fantastic. So what we're going to do, we're going to write a story. Now, if you remember, our stories need to have our introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So our introduction is going to be introducing our subject. And the subject of this story will be your favorite animal. We're going to write a story about a day in the life of our favorite animal. So remember that animal from before? It's going to go up here. So my favorite animal is the possum. So for my introduction, I'm going to say things like, hello, my name is David and I am a possum. I live in the deciduous forest. And I like to eat bugs. If you don't know what your favorite animal eats, ask your friends in your small group or raise your hand. I'll be walking around. I can help. In your body, I want you to talk about what it means that your animal lives where it lives. So I live in the deciduous forest. That means that there are a lot of trees. Sometimes it's very hot. Sometimes it can be very cold. If you live in the desert, you can talk about how there's not a lot of rain. If your animal lives in the tundra, talk about how it's always very cold. Put in all those cool details about a day in the life of your friend. Your conclusion needs to be the end of your story. How do you want it to end? How do you want your animal to say goodbye to whoever's reading the story? You can say, it was great to talk to you. I need to go to sleep now because it's nighttime. I hope I get to talk to you soon. Goodbye. So, I will leave our basic outline here with our introduction, body, and conclusion at the front of the room. You guys can look at that. It'll help you out. But I also have these fantastic story organizers. So I need you guys to have these. Group here. Excellent. You guys all have your story organizers. I'm going to give you 4 minutes together to work on your stories. So we have 4 minutes on the ladybug timer starting now. Start on your story organizers. I'll be walking around to help out if you need it. Just raise your hand. All right. Excellent. Good job. Okay, you guys are talking. Keep it up. Good work. Oh, so you're writing about a sloth. Yeah, remember where they live? Fantastic, the rainforest. That's right. Keep going. You're writing about Hey, the possum was my favorite animal. You can't write about a possum too. What are you gonna do? Okay, all right. I'll let you have it this time, but I'm not gonna help you. I have the best possum. I can't let you have my possum. That's my possum. Don't keep talking. You're okay. Yeah, so you can get up, you can sharpen your pencil. That's okay. Go ahead. Sam, you okay? All right, man. You're awful quiet. Yeah. What's your question, man? That's a good thought. So penguins eat things like fish or, really that's it. They eat a whole lot of fish. Because let's talk about the tundra. The tundra doesn't have a lot of plants or a lot of animals that are smaller than the penguin. Remember we talked about penguins, polar bears, and like reindeer. So there's not a lot of smaller animals than the penguin. He's gonna be eating a lot of fish in the ocean. Yeah, that totally works. Excellent. I like the ideas. Keep going. Yes, sloths really do move that slow, I promise. Yeah, they spend most of their day sleeping too. They're pretty. I know that sounds awesome, but we can't do that. All right, keep up. All right, guys, we got one more minute. So go ahead and start wrapping up your story organizers. Excellent. Good. Okay. Oh, Taiga. It's Tiaga. It's on your notes. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's Taiga. I know that's weird. It's a new word. Oh, all right, everybody. I need you to go ahead and separate your desks. Go ahead and put them back into their areas. Fantastic. All right, cool. Now, everyone get out one piece of paper. We only need one piece of paper. So get out your binders, get out your piece of paper. You can keep out your notes and your story organizer. All of that can stay on your desk. You can use these for your assignment. But I need one piece of paper out because we're going to write our story. Now, I know we worked in groups before, but for your story, for your individual story, I need you to work by yourselves. So this is an independent assignment, so everyone needs to have a quiet mouth and focus on their own work. So we need to have a quiet mouth. Excellent. And focus on our own work. Excellent, guys. So I am going to give us, I'm going to give us 3 minutes to start this. So don't worry if you don't finish. We only have 3 minutes to start because we need to go to lunch soon. So after our 3 minutes is done, we are going to line up and go to lunch. So 3 minutes starting now. And again, if you need help, raise your hand. I'll be right here to help. Make sure you're looking at your own work. Thanks. Yes. No, we're not going to the bathroom right now. You can go to the bathroom on the way to lunch. bring you a new one. I got a pencil. You're fine. Here. You go. All right, cool. And remember, guys, you don't have to finish. This is just the start. We're going to work on this after lunch when we come back. So don't feel rushed. You're going to have plenty of time when we come back. This is just to get started. We got about 1 more minute, so don't feel like you have to finish. With you 1 second, yeah. What's up? Yeah. You can talk about whether he's happy or sad or whether he's too cold. Any of those things work. Just make sure you're writing about his environment, okay? His different bio, why it's special. Excellent. Yeah, he can be any. You can name him anything you want. It doesn't have to be your name. I know my possum's name is David. Yeah, guys, you can name your animal anything you want to name it. It doesn't have to be your name. I know that my possum's name is David, but that is our time. So everybody go ahead and stand up, and we're going to go and get in line and head on to lunch.